Okay, so here we have the CGEMII after it's been hypertuned, and you can see how much better the right ascension axis is moving now. Not binding in any way. It's moves nice and free. And if you've seen the video before, I mean, this thing just it didn't move either axis. So let's tighten that up, and we'll put the counterweight on there. Wait till you see this thing's gonna swing like a pendulum now. I'm very, very happy with it now. So let's I mean, that's night and day compared to what I had before. It's balancing is going to be so much easier now. You know, and just a thought, you know, for anybody suffering from stiction in either axis, there might be a small adjustment you could do, you know, without hypertuning, without breaking the mount down. I'm going to show you here. Stop that from swinging. So back here, you take off, you know, right where your polar scope goes. You could take off this little plate here. I mean, you don't, yeah, actually you do need to take that off because part of that will block where these grub screws are. There's that little silver plate. So anyway, on the back here, there's 4 little grub screws. You got one, another one there, and then, you know, you'll see them. There's 4 of them on for the right ascension, and this here is a locking nut. Okay, so there's a shaft that runs right through your whole axis for both your deck and your right ascension. So what you do is you back off these 4 grub screws, okay, and this locking nut, you want to turn it, you want to back it off just a little bit, you know, so back it off a fraction of a turn, because that sandwiches everything together, you know. So if everything is, you know, pulled tight, you're going to have stiction. It's not going to move freely. So you know, if you back this off just a little bit and tighten those grub screws back down, you know, that might help you out. And again, here for the deck, so how you access that is, you know, take your counterweight bar off, and again, you're going to see up inside here the little locking nut. But in the back here, and what you could do is, you know, flip your mount around, make it easy for yourself to get at it. Lock that in place. So right here, this is the hole here for your Allen wrench, for the Allen key to go through, and you just spin your deck to line it up with the, there's going to be 2 grub screws on that lock nut in there. So back off those grub screws, loosen off that locking nut a little bit, tighten the grub screws back down, and you know, again, like I said, if everything is really tight in there, it's sandwiched together with that locking nut. It's pulling all those bearings and everything together. So by backing that off, you know, you're going to loosen up some of that tension that's there. So again, without having to break the whole mount down and hypertune it, that might help you out if your stiction isn't too bad. So maybe give it a try. But anyway, you know, overall, I'm really happy with, you know, doing this. I really took my time with it. You know, this was about 2 days, you know, breaking it down and, you know, doing the hypertuning and polishing everything and sanding. So, you know, I know balancing is going to be super easy now. So hopefully that translates into some good guiding. Because my guiding was getting pretty bad there for any long exposure. It was really tough. I was getting elongated stars. You know, so I really think the balancing and the stiction was my big problem. You know, because I do use the Pole Master, so I know that I would nail down my polar alignment. So anyway, it's just kind of a process of elimination. You know, I've had this mount about 2 years. You know, so I guess it was time to get to know the mount, and I'm really pleased with the results so far here, you know, just here in the shop. But you know, the true test will be out in the field when I get it under the stars. So that's really all I have to say. You know, so hope this video is, you know, help somebody out. Thanks.